Social media as we know it is dead. I know that sounds ridiculous, but hear me out because the shift I'm about to talk about has massive repercussions for viewers, creators, and the media industry in general. Let's start by going back almost 2 decades. The major platforms at the time were MySpace, followed by Facebook. And the content you saw on those platforms was based on mutual connections. You followed your friends and family, and whatever they posted was what you saw. Then came Twitter and later Instagram, and they were a little bit different. On those platforms, you still had mutual connections, but accounts were public by default. That encouraged you to follow accounts of people you didn't know, giving you more content to consume than just what your friends and family posted. For 2 decades, this was the predominant model in social media. The content you saw was based on who you friended or followed, also known as your social graph. But things have changed very rapidly over the past few years. TikTok ignores the social graph and serves you algorithmically recommended content. The app doesn't need to know who your friends are to show you content that you like. Its sophisticated algorithms pick content for you to watch that's better suited to your preferences and interests than if you were to choose for yourself. And because TikTok doesn't rely on your connections, it can choose content from its entire base of creators, vastly increasing the amount of potential content that it can show you. The platforms dedicated to content from just your friends, your family, and the accounts you intentionally choose to follow could never match the breadth and quality of content on TikTok, making them much less engaging. The old social media companies know this. That's why we're seeing platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and even Facebook converting to the TikTok model, where they're going to prioritize showing you algorithmically recommended content over the content from people you follow. This is why social media as we know it is dead. Today's social media industry is vastly different than what it was before, so much so that you could say it deserves a new name. Michael Mignano, a tech entrepreneur, calls this new industry recommendation media. In recommendation media, the algorithm replaces the social graph. It also blurs the line between what we've thought of as social apps and other content platforms which weren't thought of as being social. YouTube used to be considered its own thing, but now it's competing with TikTok, who in turn is competing with Instagram. These apps can't depend on having clearly defined niches which they alone dominate. They all now compete for the same limited resource, people's time and attention. And the winners of this competition will be the apps which have the most engaging content no matter where it comes from. So what are the repercussions of this shift? Well, it's great for viewers. The TikTok algorithm knows us better than we know ourselves. It can show us an endless stream of videos that entertain, inspire, and educate us without us having to pick and choose exactly what to watch. For content creators, it's more of a mixed bag. The algorithm doesn't care whether you're a movie star or a random person on the street. If you make a captivating video, it has a really good shot of being seen by a lot of people. It levels the playing field between a random person on the street and someone who is already popular. An established following helps, but is not the end-all be-all like it is on other platforms. But therein lies the downside for creators. Because content is served to viewers based on the algorithm and not who they follow, creators lose a lot of control. They can gain a massive following very quickly, but the value of that following is much less than under a traditional social media model. In the old model, every piece of content that a creator put out would be broadcast to their entire following. Creators collectively had a lot of power in determining what got seen on the social media platforms. Now the algorithm has taken that power. Every piece of content won't necessarily be seen by a creator's followers. It's completely up to the algorithm. This has made creators more commoditized. In the platform's eyes, each creator, no matter their following, is interchangeable with another. The content matters more, the creator matters less. That's why you've seen pushback from some top creators like Kylie Jenner who don't like this shift. Someone with a massive following like Kylie has much less power when the algorithm is the ultimate arbiter of what gets seen. So this is a major change from social media to recommendation media. But believe it or not, we might see an even bigger shift in the coming years. You've probably seen AI models like ChatGPT and Stable Diffusion in action recently. These models create content using machine learning algorithms. Right now, their output is relatively simple and they don't make videos. But everyone in the AI industry knows it's just a matter of time before we get high quality AI-generated video content. At that point, platforms like the one we're on won't even need human creators. Algorithms will create content and recommend content. Now that would be crazy. Where will humans even fit into that future? If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments and subscribe for more insights on business and investing.